Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Dork Dad channel. And now this episode is going to be two Mando episodes late. However, I needed to get it off my chest. And I will say to Disney, so far so good. What am I talking about? So, 2 episodes ago, we had Mando and Grief Karga and Cara Dune on that one planet, the Bounty World, right? They had to try to get rid of an Imperial post, whatever, that they thought was abandoned. It was not. They go in with Blue Guy and they see some experiments and they discovered this recording with Dr. Pershing. In his words, he was saying something to the effect of that the volunteer, I should put that in quotes, air quotes, if you could see me, but the volunteer would not or did not handle the blood transfusion of a high M count test subject, which we can pretty much well assume it's a Metachlorian count. Thank you, Star Wars Episode 1. So he says something like, we need the donor back. And again, I thought donors were volunteers. Anyway, so they need the Baby Yoda to get more blood for these test subjects. And then what do we see? We see this. Now, when I saw this episode and this scene, I was like, okay, well, it's a thing. It's a person. And I thought they were going to get in closer. This is an image I found online, and it seems as if they enhanced the brightness. And Dork Dad Sam told me, or maybe I read somewhere else, and I had to go back and listen to this episode and listen to the Snoke theme from Star Wars Episode 7. So people are like, is that Snoke? It looks like Snoke. The Snoke's theme played, and I'm like, okay, is it Snoke? I don't want it to be. Now, if it is, whatever. I mean, this was it 5 or 6 years after the Battle of Endor? Empire's still around, as we can see from subsequent episodes. Empire's still hanging around. The Rebel Alliance, I guess, quote unquote, is, I guess, the New Republic. Now, I'm okay with it being a Easter egg or a teaser. Now, 2 more episodes have come out since then, and so far, nothing in terms of expounding upon this. But to Disney, Star Wars, Lucasfilm, Jon Favreau, Dave Filoni, I beg of you, please leave that as a small Easter egg. I mean, come on. My problem with it being Snoke, I mean, the sequels happened, like 30 years after Return of the Jedi, right? And you're telling me Snoke was in development 5 years after that, but wasn't Palpatine in charge of that? And then wasn't, like, when did Palpatine come back? The sequels have made my brain hurt. So, we remember this in episode 9. Oh, and now that I look at the image, I see that there are 3 Snokes just chilling out, just in case we need them. So this, to me, to most fans, was a shameful attempt to explain Snoke from episode 8 and 7, and then just say, Palpatine just saying, well, I just have pickled Snokes just in case. And I'm like, how many, first off, how many do you need? You just have 3 waiting to go here. So he's had at least 4. Why hasn't he shipped these back out? Why are they so ugly? and he has not tried to replace the one that got killed in episode 8. And how do you breathe life into these things? I mean, I guess if they're clones, they have their own autonomy, but it's like Palpatine said, he was the voice of Snoke. So all I'm saying, we have not seen any more of this type of stuff. And by stuff, I mean anything tying the sequel trilogy into Mando, or connecting, using Mando to connect the original trilogy and the sequel trilogy. I haven't seen any of that. Thank goodness. And why am I adamant about this? Because I did not like the sequels. The sequels within themselves episode 9 tried to explain for episode 8. I don't mind so far, spoiler alert, if you're this far behind, but I don't mind Ahsoka being in the last episode we saw. If you're watching this at this point in time in the real world, Baby Yoda has already sat on the Seeing Stone, so there is a Jedi out there, maybe, that we are expecting. Could it be Ezra Bridger? Could it be Luke? I don't mind Luke because he's already out there. I don't mind Ezra, and I don't mind Ahsoka. Not Ahsoka answering the call, but I don't mind Ahsoka being in there because so far Ahsoka has not had a humongous role. She was in an episode. It was good. And it seems as if right now she may not be coming back, but that episode by itself was great. But this Snoke tie-in, Disney, don't do it. Do not use another medium, another show, to apologize for your sequel trilogy. Because Snoke had potential, ended up as a nothing. And do not explain your nothing with something that's going so well. Okay? Thanks for watching Disney, Lucasfilm. If you happen to watch this great channel for your input for your TV shows, they don't care, but I don't want that. I don't want any of this. Get this out of my Mando. You hear me? All right, rant over. Thanks for watching. Subscribe. Catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.